Good morning, 5th and 6th graders. I hope you're having a great one. We are going to do some geometric drawings today, some radial drawings. When I say radial drawings, that means there's a center point and things radiate out from it. So what we're doing is we're going to use one geometric shape, like a triangle or a circle, etc., and create other shapes, other geometric shapes from that shape. I was inspired basically by my awesome coasters that I have here at home. So the first one we're gonna do is this here. And so what I did is I grabbed kind of a bowl, basically. So this is a bowl, something that I realized would fit inside my paper fairly well. And then I traced around it. Ta-da! Okay, so we have a circle. And now we're gonna do a triangle. So go ahead and get your straight edge, whatever that may be, and trace the bottom of your triangle. Okay, you can eyeball where the center is, put a dot where that is, and then just connect the lines, just like that, okay? Okay, so now we just want to flip our paper over and we're going to do the same thing. So we're just going to go ahead and do the bottom. Again, use a straight edge, please, because we want to try to make these shapes as, well, you know, as perfect, as much as I hate that word perfect, but as perfect as possible. Okay, so I put a dot up here again where I just eyeballed the center from that line, and I'm just going to connect that dot to the end of the line that I just drew, the bottom of my triangle, just like that. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and put our paper in the portrait position. We're going to do the same thing again. Where these cross here, where there's a center, that's where you put the bottom of your next triangle, okay? So go ahead and do that. I come up from what looks like the center, put a dot, and then connect. And doot. All right, one more time. Turn your paper upside down. Do the same thing. Where these cross here, put the bottom of your next triangle. Center dot. And connect. I love creating shapes like this. You can continue on with your triangles and it will keep making, you can see what we created were all sorts of different shapes. You can find rectangles here, triangles, hexagon, and then of course our main circle here. I stopped here, but again, if you want to continue on, you can start here, where these cross here, make another bottom of the triangle and connect, so the tips would end up being in between these triangles here, if that makes sense. And it just gets more ornate and cool. I colored mine in. I did use the primary colors and then they overlapped and created secondary colors. I don't know if you can see that well on the camera here. Color it however you want, obviously. So let's go ahead and we'll do this one next. We'll just rotate. We have another one. I'd love for you guys to try all of these with me today. And then maybe, if I had fun coloring all of them, to be honest. So I would color all of them, but at least color one if you can. Okay, so I am using that coaster I was talking about earlier for my circle. So go ahead and find something to trace, or if you have a compass, even better, and trace that circle in the center. Put a dot in the center of that circle. You can eyeball it, or use your ruler to find the exact center. Now you're going to take this same circle, you're going to line up the bottom here right? So it's lined up so the bottom touches that middle dot, and you're gonna trace again. Mine's going off the paper. I just didn't have big enough paper. That's okay. So just like that. So now you're going to bring it off to the side here. You want to make sure that it touches that dot again and trace. Boom, just like that. And then now move it to the opposite side. Make sure that the bottom of these triangles, if you can, make sure that they line up, and then also the side hits that dot in the center. Okay, I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna do 3 more circles that are in between here, here, and here. And all you have to do is line up to where that part of the side of the circle hits that middle dot. And again, you can keep doing this over and over and over again, and it ends up just so cool. For the sake of not having a super duper long video for you guys, I won't do that. But if you, I created a simple, what looks like a floral shape, but you would just keep drawing circles in between. So if I wanted to draw another circle, here's the in between, I line it up with the side with that middle dot, and then I trace, and I would do that all the way around. You could do it for as long as you want, really, and it gets more ornate and more ornate. And I colored this one in. I kind of went with the whole floral design. I did some shading. Turns out, gosh, these things are so cool. I absolutely love them. All right, so now let's do our third. This one's a little more challenging, but not too bad. I'll go ahead and I'm gonna do an 8 by 8 by 8 triangle. This one definitely is nice to have a ruler for. Okay, my paper is 8 by 8.5 by 11, so I'm using this as the bottom. Actually, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna have to do a 6 by 6, which is what this is, by 6. Okay, so just so it fits in. So let's do that. I'm gonna do 6 by 6. And then I'm gonna find the center, which is 3. That's why I didn't do an odd number. I'm gonna put a little dot there, and then I'm going to bring up, I'm gonna just half my paper here. Well, it won't be exactly half, but just draw a line where that dot is, very soft line, just so I know. Now, since the bottom was 6, I wanna do 6 by 6 by 6. I'm gonna go ahead and put the 6 for my ruler at the end of that line, bring the 0 up so it touches that line, that soft line that I did, and bring it down, and then connect the other 2 ends here with my ruler. Okay, there we go. All right, this is what I'll hold it up. So I just made that triangle right like that. I did that center line just so I knew where to bring up. I'm trying to make it as, perfect as possible. Go ahead and turn it over, all right? And we're gonna go ahead and, I'm gonna measure, I did like 2 inches up. I'll go ahead and put a dot here, 2 inches up, and a dot here, 2 inches up. So that's where I know I wanna put the bottom of my triangle, okay? I put the 3 right in the center, I line it up. Now I'm gonna do a 6-inch line, all right? So now I wanna put the 6 at the end again, and I'm going to bring the 0 up to that center soft line that I drew, just so I know. There we go. Again, if it's not exact, if you don't have a ruler, it's okay. Just do your best. Now I'm connecting. So we're gonna do this again or actually we're leaving it like this. Yes, okay, sorry, I'm getting confused with all of the different things that I've been doing this morning. Okay, so we have a hexagon in the center, you can see here. We made smaller triangles. So it's really neat. We're gonna do the same thing inside the hexagon, what we just did, the 2 triangles. So how we can do that is all we're going to do is connect these two sides with a straight line. And then we're going to, this line here, we're going to connect the two ends to create our first triangle. Again, this one's just a slightly more challenging, mainly because you want to measure it if you can. Now we're going to do the same the opposite way. So I'm going to connect these two with a straight line, and then we're going to connect the two sides of our triangle to that point here. Lots of different, and I do it one more time inside. So again, you can do it, these two corners here, we're gonna connect with a straight line. It's slightly off, that's okay. Now we're gonna do the same. We're at this point here, we're going to create the sides of our triangle. Triangles and more triangles, these two lines. We're just doing the opposite again. We had an upside down triangle, now we're gonna do a right side up triangle. Here we go. And again, you could keep going on and on and on and on. These two triangles create a hexagon. This one got a little wonky, that's okay. Then you could do another triangle and another triangle, teeny, teeny, tiny triangles all on the inside. It's up to you how you do it. I just colored this one in fairly simply, but look at that. Just ends up, once you put color with it, it ends up looking so cool. You can see there's a star. Okay, it kind of creates what's a star, hexagons, little triangles. Pretty awesome. Anyway, if you have any questions about these, let me know. There's so many that you could do. So if you really like doing these, look online. There's lots of different ones you could try out. Anyway, I hope you guys have a fantastic day, 5th and 6th grade. Bye.